But can you really spend 3 green each turn?
No.
Like, I don't
Only on
think.
attack.
Only on attack, yeah. Only on attack.
I mean, I guess you can do force. You can do Sinestras and then force fields.
Yeah.
Um, so it looks like that's what he's going for, though. Oh, never mind. He's gonna Blast Forge. I thought he was gonna go for. He was gonna float 5 gold and then get Zatron plus Animus into Sinestra. That would have been pretty crazy.
Yeah, that looks good. That's what I would probably do.
I like it. Yeah, against
Against just green.
Athro, who's just being really slow. I think that's pretty good.
He's not going to do it.
And
But you should do it, I think. I mean, that way you actually can spend your 3 green next turn, otherwise they're just pal.
Oh, it'd be so dirty.
Actually, now that I'm thinking more about it, I think Redeemer's probably not good enough. I think this is probably right.
although the interesting thing is that with Zatron has really good synergy with Isocronus.
Oh, he did it. He did it. He did it, boys.
You mean because you can sync them?
Yeah. So, I mean, they're two really good options. Like, you either go with the two like super efficient damage dealers in Sinestra and Zatron, or you go with the synced ISO Zatron combo.
Then you need a lot of green.
I don't know.
Well,
Sinestra
Well,
is
he's going 3 conduits either way.
Yeah.
I think I would go Sinestra over sync Isocross. I think
I don't know.
just in terms of value. You can also can easily buy nitrosides with the second
Yeah.
red. So
Yeah,
Animus is
Nitrosect
into-
actually makes Sinestra a lot better because usually when you go Sinestras, you actually float the second red.
But you just waste
And-
it. You just-
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just
exactly,
waste
that's why
it
it's
almost every
Sinestra.
time you get a Sinestra, unless you have like 20 drones. And I think that's really the only reason Sinestra is like less powerful on paper than it is in practice, or less powerful in practice than it is on paper.
Yeah, because the
Because
cost otherwise
it
it's pretty
basically
low.
costs you red usually.
But even then, it's still pretty efficient, even if you
It's still really good,
buy
yeah.
2 red. I think Hellhound is also almost as good as Sinestra in terms of value. But in this game, obviously, it doesn't fit.
I think there's a pretty big gap between Hellhound and Sinestra.
Really?
Yeah. Instant 3 damage. It's hard to put with Sinestra. You can easily put out 4 damage, maybe
Well,
5
but that's not
for the following
that's not
turn.
mathematical argument. That's just gut feeling. I actually do the math right now. Like if I assume that Hellhound costs 3 and blue and red,
Yeah, that's the thing that you can't assume it costs 3 in a blue-red.
why not?
because
Buy engineers like all the time. I
Because
think that works. Like it's almost
engineers
that good.
are usually worth less than 2.
Really, but you buy them all the time mid game to improve granularity.
You buy them because it's the alternative to floating gold.
No, you buy them because you need granularity.
That
Man,
too.
you're in team granularity. You need to understand that.
But if you have the choice between buying Sinestra and having good granularity, yeah, you buy the Sinestra.
Yeah, but the point is you buy engineers like regardless of the other units often to improve granularity. So if you do it anyway, then the hell
No,
like
that's not true.
well I do it.
When you have the choice in buying engineers or buying an efficient attacker like Sinestra or Drake or Omega or Odin or whatever,
what if
you
it's
buy the attacker.
No, you still need to buy like if otherwise you lose to absorb every turn, then it's worth it to buy the engineers. I mean, I guess it depends on how hard your opponent can abuse your lack of granularity, but
I mean,
where's the pop?
I feel like I buy a lot of engineers anyway, so I think Hellhound is about like three blue and red. It's about the cost for Hellhound.
I think it has more to do with the tempo plays that can be made with Sinestra and the fact that you're forcing your opponent to use their econ for defense versus offense. I think that's what makes Sinestra stronger than Hellhounds. Because again, if you're buying a Hellhound, you're using up most of your available resources. You can only put out so much damage on the following turn. So I really think that you can't compare Sinestra to Hellhound. It doesn't work. Like, there's no comparison. in immediate damage output. And immediate damage output forces your opponent to do what Hathro is doing now, which is, spending his whole econ on defense, and he's unable to put out any additional attack, which means it's pretty much instantly lost. Like, he doesn't have much.
If he has to force
econ.
field, then it's true. But it's in this case not because of Sinestra, it's also because of the mushroom ghost charges. It's a big part.
Yeah. But I mean, look, and now he can just defend on Zatron if he wants to indefinitely and use it as a big absorb. With Sinestra's dealing constant damage behind.
But actually, I trusted the mass. Sinestra is more efficient than Hellhound, even if you count the engineer like as 2 minus.
Yeah, it is.
So, not by much, but it is better. So yeah, there's no denying it anymore. Sinestra is the most efficient.
Yeah, Sinestra's amazing, but it's also, and I mean, Hellhound is just as breach vulnerable. Well, I mean, Sinestra's slightly more breach vulnerable.
Yeah. No, that's not an argument. I really thought that Hellhound was as good in terms of efficiency, but I was wrong.
I mean, it is one of the more efficient attackers, right?
Yeah, I think it's still like top 5 or something.
Yeah.
Hellhound?
Yeah. Isn't it?
No.
I think there are very few ones which are better. Sinestra and Blood Rager. And the really expensive ones, if you count them. Like, but I kind of don't count stuff like Lucina, because Lucina is like such a huge investment. Or why? Like, the things where you need double animals for are different. I don't know, maybe I'm just overestimating Hellhounds, possible. So yeah, but this game, I mean, two Sinestras against nothing looks pretty good.
Well, Hathro's got the ISOs, so he's doing that synced Zatron ISO combo, which is pretty good.
But okay, Akra is losing value by not clicking his mushroom and instead absorbing onto it. But I think the amount of value he loses isn't that big of a deal. I think doing it to afford Sinestra's is the right choice.
Well, he's not going to get
value by what?
Yeah, by
not clicking the nitrocybe, he's saying.
No, it's the same value.
Not the nitrocybes, the Xatrian thing.
Oh, the Zatron.
The mushroom. That's what I said.
Oh, the big mushroom.
I thought nitrocybe was the mushroom.
No.
Yeah. Nitrocybe looks like a mushroom.
No, it kind of does. I really didn't see nitrocybe like as a mushroom once, I guess.
Okay, I didn't see Zatron as a mushroom.
No, I mean he's like a metallic tripod thing with
No, it's like
with a big eye, but he kind of looks like a mushroom, I guess.
Yeah. But again, so yeah, clicking it is better than absorbing onto it, because if you absorb onto it, you lose the absorb from other absorbers, like from wall. So
yeah, but he doesn't have other absorb.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't have wall.
So he only loses one by not absorbing onto a Rhino. And that allows him to get 3 Sinestras out. That little bit of value loss. So I think it's a very good trade. That's what I was saying.
I mean, he has, from his Sinestras alone, 9 constant damage, so he's...
Exactly. So he should just win now. It's kind of impressive that he managed to, get this far without a blast charge.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool build. Zatron into Sinestras. First Zatron's kind of like first Tia. It's a pretty huge advantage.
No, that was a nice little path that he chose to take. Nice little line.
I haven't played with it enough. What do you think about
there's
forcing...
the 4th.
What do I think about what?
If you do these weekly tournaments, if you increase play with the new units more often, so that we get practice with them. Because
include one one new unit per game or something.
Something like that, because as is, like the new units come out, and then you play with them just as often as with the other ones, and you already have played a lot with the other ones, so you don't really catch up. Like I think the smart thing would be to play with new ones more until you're as good with them as the old ones. So I think if you want to get better, it would be like make sense to include the new units more often. Or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we could just in general include units that we don't understand as well in our games.
Yeah, right. It doesn't have to be new units. Like Temron has to play all games with Tatsu.
Tenron needs to play Tatsu. And
I just need to play only Tatsu, all Tatsu. And that's one of the original units. It's like one of the old units. And I mean, it's been in the game as long as I've been playing the game. And yeah, and I still don't understand it.
Yeah, but I think we should do that, like, from next time on.
Yeah.
It would make a lot of sense.
Maybe.
Well, that didn't go very well.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, that game was interesting. I don't know. This 12 drone Sinestro playing.
Your build was really good, I think.
Yeah, we liked it over here. We were fans.
Yeah, I think it was a really strong build.
Xatron is just so good for for defense if your opponent only has Xatron himself, and yeah.
Yeah, you need to build more than Zatron against Zatron. I think once you had that like Zatron Animus turn and for points to get a Sinestra, it was just over from there.
Yeah.
That wasn't fair. That wasn't fair, Hatharo. That was just like that was.
Yeah,
it's kind of brutal.
He would have had to rush out an attacker before that.
My build just didn't work.
Yeah.
That was it. I had to build 2 blast forges, and it was probably over before then even.
Yeah.
Did you have a plan early on? Did you want to get Sinestras and then you weren't able to?
I wanted the Sinestras at some point. I also wanted to get a Redeemer on the off turn of your Zatron, but that never happened because you got a Sinestra.
Yeah. I was thinking about if I should cut that drone to get that Animus with my Xatron, but yeah, that turned out great.
Yeah, I think we all thought it was a good choice.
Yeah. Okay,
so who's next?
It's Silver Swan Llama.
Oh, that's going to be hard. Okay.
It's going to be hard. Get the gate cap on.
So, yeah, let's do it.
Come on, guys. Yeah, no, that was a really, really sharp build. That was it was very, very interesting. Arc, I was impressed.
Yeah, I was impressed too. Never done that before.
So, looking at this set, there's Wild Drone, there's Drake, there's Grenade Mech, there's Hannibal. There's a lot of it's an interesting set.
Yeah.
You also have
I like Drake and Grenade Mech in this set.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting choice to be going for Wild Drone when Drake is attacking for 3 every turn. And Grenade Mech lets you pick what you attack for.
Yeah.
So I think that Wild Drone feels wrong, but there is no big absorb, right? And then there is obnoxious units, bursty units like Gauss Charge and Nevo that can be used in combination if you store a lot of green. I don't know. I mean,
I think tempo is so important in Drake sets that maybe the Wild Drones are good, but I'm not sure. And yeah, I think green is also really good here with Nevos and Plexos.
Well, I mean, yeah, but Plexos kind of are countered by Nevo, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, and vice versa, I guess, because if you're putting out a Plexo, they have to use their Nevo, but Plexo is so much more expensive than Nevo. I mean, it's a whole nother green more. So